up, YouTube? Topaz Jace back with another movie review, man. Haven't done one of these in quite some damn time, man. And I definitely wanted to touch on this Batman vs Superman because the critics have been absolutely slaughtering this, man. To the point that it did really good numbers when it first came out. But then when all of the reviews and everything came out for it, it dipped down in sales so damn much it set another record for not doing anything. And I'm not here to defend it like this was a super dope movie or anything, man. It was okay. But it is better than what these critics are definitely labeling it and such. But if we're gonna talk about this movie, man, we gotta talk about everything that they did motherfucking wrong, man. And starting at the top, maybe the most important thing that they needed to get right, but they fucked it up all the way, was Lex Luthor. In which this is a new portrayal of Lex Luthor by Jesse Eisenberg, I believe his last name and such is. Much like how the Joker reinvented Heath Ledger, he wanted to try to do something like that with Lex Luthor, in which the direction that he took with it was, okay, this is a super billionaire guy who really isn't that comfortable with talking to people. Like one of those types of kids that got a lot of fucking issues, but yet got a lot of fucking money and shit as well. And that's an interesting thought on how he wanted to take the character, but it just didn't work for Lex Luthor, dog, because people just recognize Lex Luthor for super wealthy, super confident, very damn manipulative, man, and this kind of deviates so far away from that. And then to throw on top of it, you don't have a solid reason on why he hates Superman. Like, he gives a bunch of different reasons on why he hates Superman through the fucking movie, but really doesn't stand by any of them. And you know, the Joker did that, but the difference is the Joker is supposed to be crazy. You can chalk that up to he's just a crazy motherfucker. Lex Luthor is supposed to be a super fucking genius, little type dude. And then they overstep Lex Luthor's boundaries and such, man, on the things that he's able to do for the sake of storytelling, and they didn't fucking have to. Like how Lex Luthor pretty much spun Batman into fighting fucking Superman. Didn't have to do that shit. And the only reason why they did that shit, man, is because they wanted to use Martha as the reason for them to stop fighting. And I'm not even completely against that, man, because a lot of critics, they trying to slam that like that's the best writing you could do. But if you actually just think about it, Batman spent his motherfucking life regretting the fact that his parents fucking died in front of his face. So you're telling me that Superman's parent happens to have the same fucking name and she's about to die a vicious fucking death? That wouldn't fuck with Batman? So using Martha to have them stop fighting, man, it definitely worked. But to have them start fighting, it fucked up the entire storyline. Like, let me tell you how I would write it, man. Like, starting with Batman. We all know why Batman hates Superman, because Batman's people died while he was fighting fucking Zod. That was good, but I would have strengthened that hate by having somebody who we actually recognize. Like, say, if Lucius happened to be in Metropolis and such and got killed because of Zod, then okay, that would take it to a whole nother level. That would make people more invested in this. Why does Lex Luthor hate Superman? One, he's an absolute fucking hater, which he's always been throughout all of the comics and everything, man. And two, he got the God complex, so he definitely puts into motion all of these things like setting up Superman through Lois and everything because he figures out who he was. That was strong. But yet the answer to that would be him creating Doomsday, thinking that he could control him and such, when in the end he never fucking could. That's how that could have worked. Like, none of that had to be controlling over Batman. Why would Superman fight Batman? Because Batman is being the fucking bully. He's so bloodlusting on revenge and such that he's going after him, and the fact that everybody is turning against him, pretty much it all pushes him over the edge to say, you know what, fuck it, let's fight. And what would conclude the fight without them killing each other? Doomsday comes around and starts fucking shit up. What else didn't work about this movie that everybody is really pointing at and shitting on was Lois. And you know what? I can't defend Lois here. Lois fucking sucked. I mean, after she figured out that Lex Luthor was behind the whole plot to turn the people on Superman and such, then she should have been fucking done. Like, she should have sat the rest of it out. But since they wanted to keep her in there as a leading lady, which there was no need for a leading lady in this entire fucking movie, they turned her into the weak Lois Lane that's just getting thrown off of shit and getting caught all the motherfucking time. See, but here's the thing. I feel as though there's a great movie that's in it, but they fucked it up because they tried to do too much. Because not only do they have all of these storylines coming into play, but they're also trying to tie in all the Justice League coming up. They want to tie in the solo movies of Flash and everybody else and such, man. And they did too much. Like, if they would have took out those moments and focused merely on explaining what the fuck is going on, because they did not do a great job of explaining, this movie would have definitely been about 10 times fucking better. But they did do a lot of things fucking right here. Like Wonder Woman, a lot of people had their doubts about her. I had some slight doubts because this chick who's playing her, I haven't really watched anything from her and such, man. But when I seen her and how she did the fight scenes and everything, she's gonna be a dope ass fucking Wonder Woman. And I'ma tell you straight up, I had no fucking doubts in my mind that Ben Affleck would be a great fucking Batman. Especially when I seen the bat suit when it first came out, I'm like, okay, this guy's going to do pretty fucking well. And I made some parallels to him and Heath Ledger and all of that, man. This was scary Batman. This is Batman who does not give a fuck Batman, straight out the fucking comics. Because if you realize, this movie was based off of 2 comics that they had, The Dark Knight Returns and Superman's Dead. And for those of you who've seen the movie and read the comics and everything, Batman Returns, he did not give a shit. He was killing motherfuckers in that shit, and this is true to that. And a lot of people really don't like Superman. I mean, Henry Cavill and such, man. A lot of people don't like him, man. He's not the best actor in the world, but I do believe he's maybe one of the best Supermans because he's had some well-written Superman movies. This movie is definitely worth watching, man. It's not phenomenal by any stretch, but yet it did capture my attention, and I will continue to watch the DC Cinematic Universe because this movie wasn't that bad. I give it a 7 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there. And you can go to downloadpads.com, that's down there, to read today's article.